Aussie. 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 Angry. Aussie. Aussie. Angry.
All right, here we are on Thursday night for a long weekend. So 3-day weekend for me starting tomorrow. But I won't be going hard tonight. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Because I'm getting up early to drive to a place where I'm going for the weekend. I'm going to have drinks. It is time to make the final 3 cocktails in my favorite cocktails of the year. Let's get the ingredients up. She's Falcon, Blind Pin, Quadrant. Damn it, Jimmy. I think I need to go out and get a sugar syrup. Yeah, I need a more neutral sugar syrup for this. Yeah, I know. That's a pretty savage burp to start the stream with. But it's just the way it is, really. Okay, I'm going out here. Couldn't find it. Wait. I know where it is. Alrighty, I have it. I have what I need. Now, make all 3 of them. Okay, so I think we'll make Damn it, Jimmy first. Sake, white rum, dry sherry, dry vermouth. Dry sherry, dry vermouth. White rum. White rum. The sake. I had to get something out of here. Working my way through this sake that's been in the cupboard for ages. Oh god, okay. How many more things am I going to forget? I've got to go get the orgeat. Goodness me. Okay, got the order now. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything else I need. And I can just get on with this. Okay, I guess we want... What's the volume in this one? 45. 45. I think I'll do a Coop and a Nick and Nora. Just getting glasses ready. All the prep work. Ice in these glasses. That's fine. That is fine. Okay. Whew. See how quickly I can do this. Make 3 cocktails. I was just laughing at it. You smelled the burp. It's not very genteel, I admit. Alright. With Joe camera. Step the first. Looks a lordy. GoPro. Do you segundo? Maybe we should get the other bottles ready. Okay. Let's get the other bottles ready. What else am I going to have? Cognac, Peychaud's bitters. Okay, that's fine. Quadrant, I want the yellow chartreuse. Just have it here. Okay. That doing there. Get these ready. Wheat rum, sake. What are the measurements? Okay, we want starting with 45 mils of sake. And 7.5 mils of dry sherry. Okay. Ready, get the light. And we trip the light, fantastic. Alright, let's fucking go. Okay. That here. Stirring glass. And we'll let that go. All right, turn this on. Wait, what the fuck is that? Sorry, now the fucking camera's gone screwy. It's forgotten the time. See if this app will work. It's a big question. Wait, did I install this app? Okay. No, I just want maybe later. Sign in. Jesus Christ. What is this shit? Okay, this shit's not working. Oh God, I have to manually set the time on this. Oh Christ, the fucking date, honestly. What is it up to now? 25th. Make a good evil scientist with alcohol. $25th. Fucking American calendar. $25. The time is 8. What are we up to? 8:05? No, 8:10. 8:11 p.m. Why the fuck did you make me do that, you shithead camera? Okay. Fucking try again. Some ridiculous bullshit. Okay. Right, damn it, Jimmy. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. Okay, so sake, white rum. It's all right to be white rum. Take that out of context. Sherry, vermouth. Probably not necessary, but what the hey? And so I was very fussy about the sugar syrup I'm using. Go about that much sugar syrup. Very sugary sugar syrup. Okay. Zot is the ingredients. Let's put the lids back on everything. Fucking piece of shit. Okay. Bending over. What a drag. Move this over there. Ice, that's what I want next. Let's go the ice. Okay. Now, did I actually switch that off like I should have? I did. Good. Let's do this. Now this. Okay. Stirring the drink. ridiculous, but we'll keep stirring. Oops, some ice escaped. Get back in there. And in fact, I'm going to put this in here. Let's just strain that in there. And we strain this in here. Okay. Let's put that over there. And now we're ready for the next one, Z quadrant. Okay. Z quadrant. Let's do this. And we want this. Quadrant. Yellow chartreuse. Drive and move. Orange gin I want up here. Where are you, orange gin? Man, I really have to. I want more of this. Okay. So this is 3/4 of an ounce of everything. So what do we? Orange gin first. Okay. Let's go round 2, or cocktail 2. Okay. Orange gin, orange gin. 1 second, Irish liqueur. Yellow chartreuse. And dry vermouth. All right. Zot. Let's add that. Right. Add the ice, add the ice. Add the ice. Stir the drink, stir the drink. This position's a little bit awkward. Fuck yeah. Okay, that's 2. Let's go for 3. Okay, so I want this in place again. What do we want for improved? Wait, what is the ingredient? I want cognac. Brandy. A little bit of brandy. So we want lemon juice orgeat. Let's put this back. My orgeat is over here. There's still no extra people in the chat. Oh, fair enough. Okay. Lemon juice. Peychaud's bitters. Actually, that should probably have bitters in it. Peychaud's bitters. Okay. And the saline is just there. Okay, well, let us go with 60 mils of brandy. There we go. 60 mils of brandy. Lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce. Okay. Ready to make the third and final cocktail. Hey, Greg. Yeah, just because I'm not interacting, so I don't blame you for not. All right. Okay, so let's go with 60 mils of. Oh shit. 50 mils. There's 60 mils. Lemon juice. 22.5 mils of orgeat. Super sweet orgeat. 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Three drops of saline. All right. Dots dot. Got to remember to take a photo. Let's do this. Shake our booties right down to the ground. Painfully cold to the touch. Let's strain this in here. All right, we are donezo. A little bit more in there. All right. Done and done. Close-up's done. Let's get our thumbnail done before I forget. Okay. Thumbnail. All right. We do what we must. All right. Thumbnail's done. All right. Then right there. Here. Now I've got to. It should take me about 10 minutes to do this, and then I'll be sitting down. How much time have I used up already? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Yeah, 25 minutes in. Okay, let's do this. Let me get the audio recorder happening as well. Okay, let's just check the framing here. That looks about right. I can fix it in post, as the saying goes. G'day, cocktail lovers. I make a lot of cocktails over the course of a year on this channel. My current rate is, wow, so many cocktails. I just blanked. G'day, cocktail lovers. I make a lot of cocktails on this channel. My current rate of producing them is like about 150 or even more cocktails that are new to me. Sometimes they're just minor variations on cocktails I've had before, but there's a lot of cocktails. A lot of them are new. They're not all fantastic, but quite a lot of them are. And I like to keep a note of when I think, ooh, that's a contender. This might be the best new cocktail I have this year. For the second year, I've gone back through my notes and picked the ones that from the notes I took were some of the best of the year and came up with a top 10. Now, the recipes for the whole top 10 will be in the description of this video, but I'm doing the top 3 side by side so I can decide on cocktail of the year. I've spent the last week or two remaking these 10 cocktails, tasting them side by side, doing comparisons, narrowing it down to the top 3, which was not easy because as I went through the 10, I went, yep, these are all bangers. But I came up with a final 3, and there's a bit of diversity between them as well. The top 10 as a whole was quite a mix. There was a clarified cocktail, a couple of originals, there were sours, there were stirred drinks. Bit of a surprise to me, 2 of the top 10 had port as an ingredient, but those are things that happen. But we've got a top 3 to look at. The top three are a cocktail made by... The top three are a cocktail made by... I want to say created. The top three are a cocktail created by Simon Difford called Damn It Jimmy, an actual original of mine I call The Quadrant, and a classic, The Improved Japanese Cocktail. They're three quite different drinks, but all good, and I'll show you how to make them. For the Damn It Jimmy, we start with 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of sake. Then we add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of white rum. Then 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of dry sherry. 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of dry vermouth. Rounding things out, we have around a bar spoon or 5 mils of sugar syrup. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. Next, the quadrant is 4 equal parts, starting with 3/4 ounce, 22.5 mils of an Old Tom style gin. Then 3/4 ounce, 22.5 mils of an orange liqueur. I'm using my homemade blood orange liqueur. Then 3/4 ounce, 22.5 mils of yellow chartreuse. And finally, 3/4 ounce, 22.5 mils of dry vermouth. Add ice to the mixing glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds again to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. Finally, the improved Japanese cocktail. We start with just over 1.5 ounces, about 50 mils of brandy, then 3/4 ounce, 22.5 mils of lemon juice, and 3/4 ounce or 22.5 mils of orgeat, then 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters, and 3 drops of saline, just to bring those flavors out. Add ice to the shaker, shake that good and hard for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled coupe. I'm rushing through these. I'm keeping these relatively simple, not putting garnishes. But if you want to know, for the Damn It Jimmy, the recommended garnish is 3 blue cheese-filled olives, things I really don't like, so I'm not doing that. The other ones, I'd probably just go a twist of lemon or a twist of orange peel as a garnish. But let's get into tasting. I think the Damn It Jimmy might be the most subtle flavor, so I'm going to try it first. And it really is good. I would not have predicted a sake cocktail would be in my top 3 for the year, but here we are. I even find this a little reminiscent of a martini. It's a very clean, bright taste to it. It's a really tasty little number. Now the quadrant. It isn't really a paper plane riff. And now the quadrant. It isn't really a last word riff, even though it's 4 equal parts, because it doesn't have citrus in it. Incidentally, just for fun, I did try it with citrus. I prefer it without. And I just got fucking lost in what I'm going to say. I should have scripted it. Next up, I'm going to try the Quadrant, my original creation. I came up with this, I was just looking for cocktails, and I saw there were a couple online called Quadrant, and they didn't make sense because they weren't 4 equal parts, and I found that annoying. So I experimented with some 4 equal parts till I came up with this that I liked. It isn't really a last word riff, famous 4 equal part cocktail, because there's no citrus in it. I did even try a variation with citrus, but I preferred it without. So let's give this a taste. Yep, and this is a little bit sweeter than the Damn It Jimmy. The yellow chartreuse is one of the stronger flavors in this. I really like the balance of the elements. I think the dry vermouth was important to cut the sweetness of some of the other elements. Again, this is really good. I'm not always a fan of sours, but the improved Japanese cocktail really impressed me. Giving it another taste. And it's just that balance in there. Some sours, I really don't like it when it's too sour, too citrusy, and also when it's too sweet, then it's just one note. This one is quite harmonious. The brandy, the juice, the orgeat are working really well together. This is the sweetest of the three. Wow, it is really hard to decide which one's best. It actually really is hard to decide which one's best. Okay, I've got to make a call though. Damn it, Jimmy. Sake. Quadrant. I think it's the Quadrant. Improved Japanese. Yep. I did another round of tasting. As vain as it sounds, I think my creation, the Quadrant, is my favorite cocktail this year. My friend Charlie will be happy. He was backing this as being the best of the year. It is really good. I recommend you try it. And I won't be surprised if someone goes, I just found a cocktail with that recipe. It's called the Bleu. In my head, this is original, okay? But those three I think are fantastic. In fact, I think the whole top 10, which are in the description of this video, are just absolutely fantastic drinks. If there's any you haven't tried, I recommend you try them. I was pretty happy with the top 10. It was difficult to get a top 3, and it was really difficult to pick number 1. Last year, my favorite was Chocolate Sazerac, and it was way out in front. Bit more interesting this year. The calling was closer, but I'm happy with this call. I'm happy with all of these. I think it's been a great year in cocktails. If you've been around for any or all of it, I really appreciate you. And if this is the first time you've seen me, I hope you come back and see some more. And I'll be doing some more next year and around this time next year, trying for another top 10, top 3, and my number 1 cocktail of the year. For this year, it's my original creation, the Quadrant. Who knows what the future will bring. Hope you're here with me. But until I see you again, I'll say cheers. All right. Switch stuff off. Okay. Switching stuff off. Home for the elderly. Party time. Okay. Okie doke. Oh, I did promise. I'd take Mrs. Angry out the cocktail of the year. Go Quadrant. I should. Is it? Wait, let me get Laura. I'll just transfer glasses. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec, aren't I? All right. So Mrs. Angry wants to try the other ones as well. No, so I'll be back 1 minute and I'll be sitting Dune. Yeah, I shall share the news. All right, I'm going to sit down. No more leaving the room, making cocktails. Anyway, well, the good news for peace on the home front is Mrs. Angry agrees that the quadrant was the best one. So there we go. Cocktail of the year and original creation. Now I got to make friends with someone in a bar and say, hey, you got to put this on your menu, man. Cocktail of the year. No, the piece of orange peel. All right, so big celebration party for the quadrant being a cocktail. The funny thing was, it just squeaked into the top three. Like I decided on the other two and I wasn't sure who got the last place. And so I did the comparison last night between the quadrant and the clarified cocktail. I went, no, the quadrant gets in. And then against side by side with the others, it's like, oh no, the quadrant's the best. And with an endorsement from Mrs. Angry, that just about, makes it perfect. Ooh, the Damn It Jimmy is improved by a twist of orange peel in it. I tell you what, just those orange oils are nice. All right. So that I've been building up to for 2 weeks. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Spend 2 weeks tasting and retasting and comparing cocktails. Yeah, I think that's the order. Damn It Jimmy second, and Improved Japanese is a solid third. Like he was really close. Like last year, like I said, it was so easy. It's like Chocolate Sazerac was the winner. This year, it was close. And in fact, again, the top 10 was all really good. It was last year, it was difficult to narrow it down to 3, even though I knew what was going to come first. This year, it was difficult to narrow it down to 3. Oh, I'm going to Jimmy Rum this weekend. Oh, Mary, I've got to do another video though. Yeah, but okay. The Nuclear Widow. The Nuclear Widow goes into contention for next year. Hey, Safa, you're here, buddy. Good to see you. Or see the text you're writing on the screen. Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm making a video for the Nuclear Widow, and it is a contender for next year. Then, so Korean barbecue sauce, ribs, rice pasta. Damn, dude, that sounds over the top. That sounds great. I had a pizza, supermarket pizza, that I added toppings to. Oh, you missed out, Safra. I just did my final tasting for Cocktail of the Year, compared the final three. And my original creation, the Quadrant, is Cocktail of the Year. Pizza was just a margarita, and I just added some bacon, some more sauce, because they're normally a bit sparse with the sauce in the supermarket pizzas. Not always, but this one seemed a bit sparse. And so I added more sauce, bacon, and more cheese. It was a little bit cold today, Saf. And even no, it was cold and it was kind of bleak. Yep. Snoop Dogg's out partying somewhere in Melbourne. It should have invited him over here. Could have made a Snoop Dogg cocktail. Ooh, sticky date pudding is an A-grade dessert. So, yeah, we're heading out for a weekend away tomorrow. Only driving like an hour and a half. But yeah, we're going to a really nice restaurant, bar, cafe. I think they'd probably call themselves a restaurant for dinner tomorrow night. Looking forward to going back there. Been there a few times. Doing a bottomless brunch tomorrow at a distillery, and so it's like drinks and food. I see an afternoon nap in my future, because in the evening we're going to a rum distillery, and I've got to tell him, the damn it Jimmy, it's called the distillery is Jimmy Rum. The guy behind is James Jimmy. I've got to tell him about the damn it Jimmy. It's a white rum based cocktail. So does the hotel have a bath? Why would I want to nap in a bath? You're a strange man. Why would I want to nap in a bath? The hotel has a bed that I will nap in. Not, oh man, okay. I like the stirred boozy drinks more than sours. That's a really good sour, though. Relax in a bath. Well, I'm not going to nap in a bath, Safa. I'll drown. I might relax in a bath. I'm not going to nap in a bath. This is not orange juice. There's orange peel in there. This is one of my top 3 cocktails, the improved Japanese cocktail. It's brandy based, lemon juice, and orgeat, which is a nut based sweetener. You make a sugar syrup out of nut milk, essentially. And this is, I didn't make this one. I often make my own. This is one that came with a kit. This is a macadamia based orgeat. Orgeat is French. The word orgeat is French. Traditional orgeat is almond based. But this is an Australian one. It's macadamia based. And it's fucking yummy, honestly. So I'll report back next week, see if I can convince Jimmy at Jimmy Rum to make a damn it Jimmy cocktail. Ooh. All right, that's a fucking success right there. And I am somewhat flattered that Mrs. Angry agrees with me that the quadrant was the best out of the top 3. So I am starting to get more confident in my ability to create a good cocktail or tweak a cocktail recipe to make it better. Did I go outside today, Safa? Technically, yes. I didn't go very far outside, but I did go outside. Going to be a lot of outside time on the weekend. I mean, it might be raining a bit on the weekend, but it's not supposed to rain heavily. So, I'll walk along the beach because we're on the bay and have a good time. Did I get rain on Monday or Tuesday? Probably. I don't remember. I was in the office on Wednesday. It did rain on Wednesday. Wait, where's my phone? I left my phone over here. Ugh. All right. Done. Close that. Oh. Saying who's getting 24 tomorrow? Okay, so our normal exciting discussion about the weather. 21 in Melbourne. It's still really mild. Like, I reckon we are going to suddenly get a hot day that'll fuck us up. Tomorrow might be a bit of rain, 21. Saturday, 19, maybe not rain. Sunday, 16, probably not rain. Monday, 21, some rain. Tuesday, 17, a bit of rain. Wednesday, 19, probably some rain. Thursday, probably some rain. I reckon we're going to suddenly get some fucking hot weather that just be, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? Because it's remaining mild. Like, okay, so we're going away, and it's going to be very mild, even somewhat cool temperatures. Last year, we went to the same place at the same time, grand final weekend, and it was so fucking hot, we couldn't walk very far. Yes, no, Safa, my skin is not made for hot weather. My Irish ancestry, I am pale as fuck. Oh, God. Home for the Elderly. Oof. Louis C.K. with Theo Von. God damn. What if I can try? Talked about his downfall. Oh, he's going Sexaholics Anonymous now. Well, it's basically his behavior was bad and inexcusable. Safa, did I use sunscreen back in Dubbo back in the day? Not as a matter of course, no. I mean, like if we were going to a pool or something, I would. But sort of brutally hot summers, I didn't. Even, okay, here's the thing. Like, I left Dubbo, and I think I was staying out of the sun. And after I'd been away from Dubbo for, I don't know, 5 years, maybe 10 years. I remember going back and seeing people I knew from school, and they were looking fucking weathered because they were staying out in the Dubbo sun for an additional 5-10 years that I wasn't, and it was fucking aging them. I feel you think someone trying to help themselves isn't happening, especially someone's related so much. Oh yeah, I mean, look, in his defense, and poof, it's very hard to defend someone who did what he did. He did completely own what he did. He went public and said, what I did was wrong. It was my fault. He was also somewhat throwing himself on a grenade to protect his management because there were clearly people who were enabling his behavior. And he said, no, they weren't. It was all me. So I will give him that he owned what he did. He repented. he said he was wrong. And I'm pretty sure it actually cost him millions of dollars because he was about to release a film which got shelved because of his terrible behavior. So, and also, I love how you're saying that fuckwit Theo Von. Theo Von's a weirdy. Like he is broadly a piece of shit, and every now and then he seems to say something halfway decent, which is weird. So yeah, I mean, like my two of my three favorite comedians of the last 20 years turned out to be arseholes. Louis C.K., who I really like, and he's really funny. I get pissed off with people who, when someone turns out to be a shithead, they go, oh, well, they were never funny anyway, or their music was never good anyway, or they weren't a good actor. Louis C.K. was always very funny, which is so disillusioned with how bad his behavior was. The other one I'm disillusioned with is Dave Chappelle, just because he just got so deeply into the anti-trans stuff, and he was seriously dishonest about what he was doing as well. So far, my other favorite of the last 20 years, more like the last 10 years, so far as I know, Bo Burnham hasn't fucked up yet. I really think Theo Von's potential decent person, and he did get swept up in Trumpism. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Theo Von could be saved. I don't know. So you connected with Louis. Yeah, and that's the thing. Louis C.K. does seem to have the capability to be open and vulnerable and whatnot. It's just like, man, the system. Famous, wealthy, powerful people are excused for all levels of fuckery. And it's the people who excuse them who are at least as culpable as the people who do the act. I'm not diminishing the evil of their act, but, you know, the people who protect Bill Clinton should be punished for shit he's done, and the people who protected him and told him he was okay for doing them, they should be. And fucking Louis C.K. did shit he did because people were basically telling him he could do it. And even really evil fucks like Harvey Weinstein, sure, okay, he's in jail. Everyone in the Weinstein organization who protected him for years should also fucking be in jail. Fuck's sake. So if you're saying Dax Shepard, or see, I'm sorry, your spelling is getting me. Dave Chappelle, popular in 2004. Yeah, when was Chappelle's show on? Because that was his high point. I feel like it was 20 years ago. But Chappelle's show was genuinely groundbreaking. Yeah, it took me a while to get it home feel. I think he did mean Dave Chappelle. Yeah. So Homefield, I think it was 2002, 2003. Yeah. And I mean, his most famous sketch was definitely the Rick James one. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But seriously, the stuff in Chappelle's show was genius. What was hilarious is half his writers were white. I think that was wild. Chappelle blew your mind when he did George Floyd's stand-up talk. I'm not sure I've seen that. I'm not sure what he said on that. Right after they got into anti-trans phase. Oh yeah, and as I said, it's just like it's so disappointing. He leaned into the anti-trans shit because his jokes, they were just black guy in a suit jokes. Like where I grew up, we would just tell racist jokes all the fucking time. And the one that stands out is what do you call a black guy in a suit? The defendant. And the really racist subtext or text in that is a black person can dress up and be respectable and look like they're part of a society, but they never will be because they're not white. And the shit that Dave Chappelle does with his anti-trans stuff, it's just black guy in a suit jokes. Hello, Justin, by the way. Evidently, the George Floyd speech goes to the exact length of the video of George Floyd, speech to George Floyd. Wow. Okay. I remember. But again, and the thing that drives me nuts about Dave Chappelle doing this really shallow, fucked up anti-trans stuff, Dave Chappelle is not just intelligent and funny and insightful. Dave Chappelle is a really compassionate person, and he just has this massive blind spot. And oh, it's so disappointing. But what are you gonna do? Wait, where is my fucking non-alcoholic beverage glass? I made a glass full of ice and I appear to have left it out in the kitchen for my non-alcoholic beverage. But you know what? I'm gonna have another alcoholic beverage. I think I'm gonna have some of my barrel-aged rum old-fashioned, which I think is over here. Cesare. Infinity Rum. That's my rye whiskey. My Infinity Whiskey. Maybe it's over here. God, the overflow has an overflow. It's the apple stuff. No, it's not here. Okay, I'm confused. I need to look a little bit more, obviously. All right, let's try that again. Okay, bottles. Rum old. There you go. I just didn't look very hard. My rum old-fashioned, barrel-aged, 'cause I'm a fancy motherfucker. Oh. And I must have got distracted just as I went to finish the stream last night. Because, you know, I leave the orange peel in there for Mrs. Angry to put in her hot chocolate in the morning. She gets this morning and goes, "Ooh, I got a cherry for my hot chocolate." And I went, "What did you?" Okay. I must have got distracted right at the end of the stream and I didn't eat the cherry. So you're got to remind me, and Safa, you usually do actually, but you got to remind me to eat the cherry at the end of the stream. Yes. Next stream, maybe Wednesday night next week. Wednesday or Thursday next week will be the next stream. Yeah, it's one of Safa's job, along with asking me what I had for dinner, is reminding me to eat the cherry at the end of the stream. I haven't forgotten that in ages. Like when Mrs. Angry's like, "Oh, I get a cherry in my hot chocolate." I just said, "No, it's mine." But I thought, no, it's only fair. I left it there for whatever reason, so you get a cherry in your hot chocolate today. Oh, that's fucking yum. Well, it's really cinnamony. That rum old fashioned's got a real cinnamon edge to it. It's my speaking of rums, my spiced rum. I'm going to put this in a barrel tonight. I am going to go out of the room again. I need to get a funnel to put this in a barrel. Ooh, when I get to decant I'm going to decant the brandy old fashioned that's been in there for 2 weeks. Oh God, you got me a better breathalyzer. Oh dear. Oh, Justin, on Friendly Geordie's live streams, people ask what they should have for dinner. Okay. Wouldn't let you send it, but you've got my address, so that's cool. Weird, they wouldn't let you send it to a PO box. Weird. Also, little note, I'm not sure if they've fucked up the notification thing. Oh my God, you'll have to pack it with some booze. I have to send you some samples of that Tasmanian single malt, Helios Road. I'll message you. You tossed it out with the last package. I'll message you on the Discord. Yeah, so I got 2 of the entry level single malts for Helios Road. They retail about the same price as Nova. They fucking stand up to Nova. I tell you what, they're very good. Fucking Helios Road know what they're doing. So I got 2 of their entry level single malts, and this sample bottle of one of their expensive ones, Oloroso Sherry, aged 10 years, 46% ABV. Helios Road is Tasmanian. It's a funny. I mean, I've told the story. Like I've been getting the cream liqueurs. Like Helios Road make the best fucking whiskey cream liqueur ever. And they had a special on their website for a one-off double cream liqueur, but there's something because it was double cream. It had to have a shorter best before on it. So the best before is mid-December. So we're selling these cheaps, like $35 a bottle instead of $45 a bottle. Or if you get a 6-pack, it works out at $25 a bottle. So I just said to my team at work, like, oh, there's this deal, and it's like the best cream liqueur ever. Does anyone want in if I get a 6-pack? And a bunch of people said yes. So I ordered a 6-pack, ordered a bottle of whiskey to take it over the free postage level, which effectively saved me $15 on the whiskey. And they all went, and then more people wanted. So I ordered a second 6-pack, and then more people wanted. So I ordered a third 6-pack. I didn't make money. I just charged $25. But yeah, effectively, I got some bottles of whiskey for $15 off, because if I was just ordering them, I would have had to pay for shipping. So yeah, so the price of the whiskeys basically went from being what you'd pay for Nova to what you'd pay for Twofold, and they're really good. Okay, it doesn't taste. Okay, they have flavored ones. The default one doesn't taste like coffee, Safa. It tastes like whiskey and cream. There is a salted caramel one you can get on the website, which is fucking amazing. It's really good. And there is actually a coffee one. And I don't like coffee, so I never got that. There was a period where they had a hazelnut one, like a Nutella flavored one. And I got that. That was pretty good. That tasted like Nutella and cream and whiskey. But yeah, Helios Road salted caramel cream liqueur is fucking incredible. That would be my favorite. Yeah, like comparing the Helios Road to Bailey's is so like Bailey's to Helios Road is like McDonald's to a 5-star restaurant. In other words, Bailey's fine if that's what you want, but friggin' Helios Road, so elevated. I wonder if they're still doing that special actually. Helios Road Distillery. Let's see if so. I think I fucking did their heads in, ordering it 3 times. Let's have a look at the Helios Road Distillery. Yeah, that's how old I am. 1927. I'm 100 years old. We're going to shop for whiskey cream. Okay, the original's not in stock for some reason. Salted caramel is $44 a bottle. Coffee is $44 a bottle. They've still got the double cream edition from $35 a bottle. So that's $35 a bottle, or $150 for a 6-pack, which is $25 each. 17% alcohol. That's 700 mils. I swear to God, that stuff is so good. And I actually ordered 3 of those 6-packs and just fucking farmed them out to people at work. You got 3 flavors of Bailey's in the fridge. See, again, it's nice. Like, there's nothing wrong. Well, it depends on your point of view. Some people say there is something wrong with McDonald's, but lots of people like McDonald's. Lots of people like Bailey's. Bailey's sells a fuck ton. It's just like the first time I tried this Helios Road cream liqueur, it fucking blew my mind, quite honestly. It was just incredible. Happy with plain Bailey's. Yeah, like I said, nothing wrong with Bailey's. It's super fucking popular. Lots of people like Bailey's. Yes, it is kind of, if you try the next level shit, you might never be satisfied with Bailey's again. What's Bailey's usually go for, like $35 a bottle, something like that? So the Helios Road, the default price for Helios Road is notably more expensive than Bailey's. But this particular deal makes it cheaper than Bailey's. If you can find a use for 6 bottles, basically, or if you can go in with a group of people to get the 6 bottles. Yeah, I think I have to go out and get a funnel. Short life, I mean, it's alcohol. Keep it in the fridge. It's not going off. Like I had a couple of bottles that I bought more than a year ago. They were definitely way past their best before date. I don't need ice. I need a funnel and a glass. Oh, I do actually need my non-alcoholic beverage glass. Ice might be good, actually. I need my non-alcoholic beverage glass with ice, which I somehow weirdly left out in the kitchen after getting it ready. So I might go get a glass with some ice, get some ice. Ice would be good. How many times did I say that one time on stream and you guys wouldn't stop laughing at me? It's like I said it 50 times. That's what happens when I have too many drinkies. Yeah, I said it 30,000 times. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go get some ice and a funnel. And I'm going to put spiced rum in a barrel. And take a brandy old fashioned out of the barrel. Yeah, sometimes you get annoying ones. Alrighty. Look, ice. Big glass of ice. That was the thing. I did watch it back. And I was like, what the fuck was wrong with me? I watched it back a day or two later and it's like, oh my God. All right. Let's get this sorted. Okay. First. Okay, probably going to need 2 bottles. Oh. 4. I mean, that's gospel. Okay, whatever. All right. Now I gotta work out which barrel is which. Okay, the one without a label. That's the brandy old fashioned. Ooh, oh God! I feel like we got a lot of angel share happening. That feels a bit light. Okay, let's put a funnel in there. Where's my little sieve here? Just in case any char from the barrel is coming out. Okay. Got my... All right. Put that there. Because this is the newest barrel. I transferred my new make spirit to an older barrel, hoping can you get the peeing ASMR is making me want to pee. God, I think I'm going to have to take a pee break. This noise is making me want to pee. God damn it. I am going to have to run out and pee. This is ridiculous. See how much this fills up. Wow, I think we got a bit of angel share in this because I think I put in way more than this. What happens if I do this? Okay, that's probably enough. Do the rest into here. Oh, that's only a really little bit. Okay. All right. So we go in the barrel. The spice drum. I've got a big sieve to catch all the fruit and spices in this. I just fucking missed some there. Okay, this is more peeing ASMR. Making me want to pee some more. Oof. Okay, let's let that finish off in there. Okay, I literally have to go and pee. This has totally been getting to me. Just give me a minute. Okay. Oof. Oh, you know what? I'm going to top off this barrel with the rest of this white rum. Oh my god. Killick rum is so funky. If you ever hear people talking about rum and they say it's funky, I mean, it's the smell, which is sometimes called esters, is sometimes called hogo. It basically means it smells like overripe fruit, like overripe bananas, overripe pineapple. Like a lot of white rums are really neutral, but Killick has a real funk to it. Right, I'm going to have a little taste. So we had just had a little overrun. It was just a little too much for that bottle. I feel like we really did have some angel share action, though. It's been a while. I reckon maybe the Ice Night was the last time I got that pissed. I was trying to remember, Safa, that guy's name, but he was fun. And I don't think he has been back since. So let's see what this was. A brandy old fashioned. I don't think he was American. I think he was Aussie. I mean, you go back and find the video if you can remember which one it was. It's from a while back now. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Yeah, I used my spiced apple sugar syrup in that. Those spices come in late. Damn. Does anyone remember the name of the live stream where I spent 15 minutes saying I was going to get ice? I do too many of these. I can't remember them. But it was a little while ago. Yeah, no, I would very much struggle to remember. I could go back and look at all the streams and just go, yeah. Was it okay? We could narrow it down. Was it a Friday night? Because usually, if I get that pissed, it's a Friday night. So that narrows it down a little. Because I feel like it was a Friday night. Oh, fuck. That's really good. Fucking yum. Yeah, it was the end of a Friday night. That's what makes sense to me. Right towards the end of a Friday night. Yeah, hopefully you were on the stream. I just kept saying I needed to get ice. And you guys, and it took me ages to even realize you guys were taking the piss because I was that drunk. And you're just going, what are you going to do? You some ice? And I just, hey, fuck you guys. It's so funny. Kids, don't drink lots of alcohol. It's not big or grown up or clever. It's very silly. It is a very bad idea. God, my mouse is doing some weird fucking shit. Okay. All right. Good fucking job, Moose. I love that you screen grabbed strictly so yeah, the I heart boobs magnetic thing. Yeah, God, if I'd done a breathalyzer that night, I'm thinking that's going to be if an accurate breathalyzer returning about a 0.25 or something. That was a barely staying conscious. You did a few screen grabs. Nice. Oh yeah, I always want to see the screen grabs. Definitely. Oh my God. That's really fucking good. Ugh. Okay, so what have I still got? I've still got, in terms of batch cocktails, I've still got some of my chocolate Sazerac. I've got a lot of rum. Now, I have a whole 750 ml bottle of brandy. Oh, I need to put a label. It's brandy old fashioned. Label time, label time, label time. I could probably be much more efficient on this if I read the instructions. I can just never be bothered reading instructions. Brandy print. I don't think I need to date the spiced rum in the barrel, or should I? Because I should do it 2 weeks. So I just know not next week, but the week after. So like party night, not next week, but the week after. So I don't feel like I need to date it. Maybe I should put a label on though. Okay, oh, upside down. Because I'm stupid and might forget. Brandy. There you go. I won't forget what's in that now. I think I will put a label on the barrel actually. Okay, I should always date it. You're the boss. You're the boss, Home for the Elderly. So we'll go spiced rum sip. Was it? It's 25th, isn't it? I think change the number. Sip 25. Print. I have trouble getting the labels to stick to the barrels actually, but you know what? I'm going to put it on. Justin, if I had a bar, I should call it the Angry Aussie Cocktail Bar. Yeah, have the videos playing on a loop. Oh dear. Well, if anyone knows a wealthy benefactor that would pay for me to have a bar set up, I'm bang up for it. I do know a couple of rich people actually. Can't quite bring myself to ask him for. Come on, goddammit. There we go. Okay. Spiced rum, spiced rum. You know what? I'm going to stick it on here. There we go. Spiced rum. So that's just port, and that's just sherry, just keeping the barrels wet, basically. My corn spirit and peated whiskey, and I think I actually added twofold to this. So it's like May, June, July, August, September. About halfway through October, I want to taste that. So another couple of weeks. In 2 weeks. All right. Actually, that makes party night. Party night in 2 weeks is a big night. Going to taste and probably decant the spiced rum. I'm going to taste and probably decant the peated new make spirit, which we'll call whiskey. Oh, thanks, Justin. You think an angry bar would do well? A bar with personality? Personality goes a long way. Oh. Oh. Gosh darn, was it 9:30? I think I should drink a mineral water before going to bed. Even though if I drink that volume, I'm going to have to get up and pee in the middle of the night. But c'est la vie. Got mineral water. Dale, I would love to. It wouldn't have to be my own bar, but just if I knew someone who had a bar and I could develop a cocktail menu with them. Because I have fucking opinions on what a good cocktail is. And I would love to work with someone and develop a cocktail program for a bar. Yeah, but I either need a wealthy benefactor or I need to win lotto myself or something. Like, oh my God, what are you posting on this, Strictly? Me with the mosquito net on my head. Me with fuck on the board. Okay, that's an old one though with a Luigi hat. And not gonna lie, it would have been funny if the guy who shot Charlie Kirk's name was Mario. Look how stretchy this is. It fits my stupid big head. You had the Trump hat's just here somewhere. Look, dude. The Trump hat one is on the Discord, definitely. I'm sure we've had it on the Discord. Take the L. Just for you, Hope for the Elderly. I've still got the Trump hat. I just love that it doesn't fit my head. Even with like basically with the back not done up, it just doesn't fit my head because my head's so fucking big. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so funny when your head's so fucking big that an adjustable baseball cap doesn't fit it. There we go. We've got the Make America Great Again hat on the Discord now. Context is important. Justin, you think Guy might have got away with it? I'm asking back. Okay, you know what's tripping me the fuck out? Right wingers in the US, just going hardcore conspiracy theory with the Charlie Kirk shooting. Like, they're losing their fucking minds. It's something to behold. Like, right up to Candace Owens, who has like 250,000 people watch her live streams. She's just blaming Israel. It's fucking trippy. But a whole bunch of the right wingers in the US is going, no, the FBI is lying. That's not what happened. It's fucking wild. Saffron, 1 to 10, how close is Dubbo to MAGA? There's probably going to be a lot of people who would fucking wear MAGA hats unironically in Dubbo. On a scale of 1 to 10, how close is Dubbo to Pauline Hanson's One Nation, like a fucking 9, dude. If Melbourne's a 1 for MAGA, Dubbo would be a 5 or 6 at least for MAGA, but would be a fucking 9 for One Nation. It's basically One Nation heartland. Just fucking war. Oh, Charlie, you are so fucking bad. That latest one, oh my god. Ray's is never going to talk to us again. Oh my god. Oh shit. Justin, agree completely. And I think you've underlined a fundamental difference between the US and Australia. Pauline Hanson would never be in charge because Australia would reject her, but she would definitely be Trump. Safa Ray's got upset with Home for the Elderly making light of Charlie Kirk getting shot on the Discord. I don't think I made light of it. I just made it very clear I don't fucking care because I don't. And that's not so much about him as a person. It's about the gun violence in the US. Like I cannot. I've just decided I cannot afford to dedicate any emotional bandwidth to gun violence in the US. Like, a bunch of fucking primary school kids get killed. It's terrible, but I can't afford to invest my emotions in it because it's just going to keep happening. People say, oh, don't you feel bad for his kids? No, I can't afford to because horrific fucking gun violence in the US it's just going to keep happening and it'll fucking tear my psyche apart if I start caring about it. So it's like, no, you know what? Sandy Hook, that was the tipping point. A bunch of white toddlers getting fucking shot up didn't change anything in America. Cool. Nothing's going to change. I disengage from it. I cannot spend emotional bandwidth on that fucking shit because it's never stopping. It is never stopping. So it's just like, nope, nope, nope. It's just a fucking thing that happened. And I would be damaging myself psychologically and possibly physically if I gave these horrible events the concern they actually deserve. And that may make me a bad person. I don't fucking know. It's just a fucking collapsing country. It's a collapsing empire. It's just fucked, basically. Justin, when you were living in Japan, you went to the American school. A lot of conversations about guns. Looking back, it's kind of weird. You were in primary school and those discussions were happening. Shit. Oh yeah, God, that one where the cops stayed outside because they didn't want to go in where the shooter was. Yeah. There's something fundamentally broken in American society. And you know what? It's the old saying, not my monkeys, not my circus. If I invest in any of that shit, I will just suffer because it's fucking terrible. I say Uvalde was when you tapped out. Fucking Sandy Hook was when I tapped out. It's just like nope. I guess Safra, I agree. It's fucking depressing. Let's talk about something fun. Like I'm going away for the weekend. Man, I'm getting fucking pissed as this weekend. I will take some pictures because I'm going somewhere very photogenic. I'm going to be in the area, well, beach. It's on the bay. It's not a surf beach. It's on the bay. So I'm going to I'll post some stuff to the Discord, some scenic pictures. Also, Saturday, bottomless brunch. I'm going to just keep taking photos of the food and drink I get. I think it's like from 11:30 to 1. And yeah, I'm just also the place we're going out to on Friday night is really nice, and I suppose it's literally been a year since we've been there, but yeah. Oh god, Safa, my Saturday is going to be so fucking decadent. Visiting 2 different distilleries. One does gin and brandy. The other one does rum. Actually, what I'm tempted to get from the Bass and Flinders distillery, they do gin and brandy, but I know they bottle an unaged brandy is called Eau de Vie, Water of Life. I am strongly tempted to get some of their Eau de Vie and then age it in the barrels. So, I've aged cocktails. I've aged new make spirit, so it's kind of whiskey that I'm making. But unaged brandy and putting it in these barrels to age it for 4 to 6 months. Oh, Safa, God, you missed it right at the start of the stream. I think Madam Butterfly is busy at work or whatever, but Madam Butterfly was here right at the start of the stream. I just let rip with the nastiest fucking burp. Just you remember discussions after Columbine was the turning point, I think. And everything just went down the toilet. Oh yeah, wasn't that interesting? Actually, Safa, wasn't that interesting? Trump just I feel like Trump woke up to the fact Putin was treating him like a chump. There was that period where Trump was going to Zelensky, you have to bow down to me. And Zelensky's just going, dude, whatever. And I feel like Trump finally woke up that Putin was treating him like a chump, and Trump fucking hates that. So when Trump made that statement, like, oh, yeah, no, I think Ukraine can win, get all its territories back. That was just like, that was like a fucking dumped boyfriend. It's like, no, Vlad, you dumped me, you hurt me. I'm okay. I'm going back to the other guy. Safi, you reckon it was Melania? She hates Putin? Anyone rational hates Putin. He's a piece of fucking shit. Personally responsible for thousands and thousands of deaths. But it was interesting when Trump just goes randomly, surprised everyone at the UN. Oh yeah, no, I think Ukraine can just win, and I feel like that was literally like his hurt feelings of Putin's treating you like a chump. He is literally laughing at you. So fuck that guy, flex. You reckon, Justin? Yeah, no, Ukraine did give up all its nuclear weapons. Russia has them all. So, of course, US doesn't want to get involved in direct conflict with Russia because of nukes and whatnot. Yeah, Safa, what are you saying? Did I see... Oh, yes. No, I was trying to make sense of that sentence, but it's a perfectly sensible sentence. She was wearing a hat that made her look like a lamp. People even made memes of her as an IKEA lamp. It was the whole thing about her hat covering her whole face. Yeah, it was. But again, like England inviting Trump back, second royal visit, which no other president has had, because they know Trump's a shallow little fucking bitch, and if you do stuff that's sucking up to him, you get some stuff you want. I hadn't seen that, Justin. Clinton saying he regrets persuading Ukraine to give up. Everyone was freaked out with the collapse of the Soviet Union, what was going to happen to all the nukes. I feel it was Trump having a tech issues day. That was super fucking funny. With Trump saying the escalator not working was a conspiracy. That was so fucking funny. I swear to God, that guy's brain is just pudding. Like you get people who've had tertiary syphilis when they die and there's an autopsy on their brain's like fucking Swiss cheese. The disease has literally eaten away their brain. That's what Trump's brain it looks like. I'm almost sure. So if you think it's funny, UK people, everyone outside of the US fucking hates Trump. Seriously. Kazakhstan had nukes. Well, of course, because there were nukes spread over the former USSR, and then they all became independent states. Belarus, it's fucking crazy shit. I don't know who still has nukes, and it's a little concerning to think about it. Because, dude, I'm fucking Gen X. We spent the whole 80s pretty fucking sure we were going to die in a nuclear war. But it never happened. Justin. Oh, okay. That's good. I haven't seen that. Tucker Carlson saying Pete Buttigieg is faking being gay. What's Tucker saying? He's going like, I said I'd suck Pete's dick, and he said no. Therefore, Pete's not gay. No, Pete has standards. And for the Turning Point funeral fireworks demonstration? Sorry. Yeah. I hadn't seen that one, Justin. That one's really fucking weird. Suffered almost happened in 1984 with a false PC USSR new soldier not pressing the button. Oh God, I think I will look that up, Justin, as well. Yeah, Safa, the folklore has there are possibly at least 3 instances where we avoided nuclear catastrophe because someone refused to hit the launch button. And I feel like 2 were in Russia and 1 was in the US. It was a thing like all the indicators are because of this message you're getting, you should launch your nuke. And someone went, no, I don't think so. I think this is fucking not right. And they turned out to be right. The message they were getting was false. But yeah, sorry, yeah, I'm Gen X. We just grew up being sure we were going to die in a fucking nuclear war. It's like there was a period in late 80s, early 90s that in my mind, I was like, it would be a fucking miracle if we make it to the year 2000. If we make it to the year 2000, then I think we're okay. But there was like this period, late 80s, early 90s, where I was legit. Yeah, we're not going to make it. We're fucked. Safa, did people call? I think people did call the USSR Russia. So, because there were the various things to refer to it as Soviet Union, USSR, or Russia. I think they were all just interchangeable. Yeah, Safi, you're right. I'm my 80s mindset. We're going to die. 2025. Hold my beer. Yeah. That's funny, Justin. Buttigieg guesses its progress. Straight people think gay people are closeted straights. Okay. Weird left field thing. You look at Pete Buttigieg's career, and this is slightly conspiracy minded. I'm not saying this is an absolute thing, but you look at Pete Buttigieg's career, it's very weird. Pete Buttigieg's career would make sense if he was a CIA spook, because he went to all these weird fucking countries. And yes, Safa, Pete Buttigieg is Democrat. He was touted as a potential presidential candidate, whereas some people just said it's not going to work because he's gay. I don't know. I just don't like him because he's establishment Democrat, and I don't like establishment Democrats. But again, he has a really fucking weird career. And if you look at it and the countries he was in, it's like, okay, this all makes sense if he's a CIA spook. I'm absolutely owning that sounds conspiracy theory. It's like, I don't hate Pete Buttigieg, but I don't love him because he's just establishment. Justin, I kind of agree. If you can have a black president, you can have a white gay president. I reckon Pete Buttigieg could potentially get a presidential nomination and he might win. Oh, no, Safa. Havana syndrome is bullshit. Okay. If you've never heard of this, this is this weird fucking thing. Some people who had been in the CIA were saying they were they had a weird unexplained illness. They were saying they were subjected to some fringe attack from Russia and sonic weapons giving them Havana syndrome is definitely bullshit. Safa, Havana syndrome is definitely bullshit. Look, hopefully Pete Buttigieg is definitely intelligent. He definitely, I agree with you. He makes good arguments. I think he's good talent. He would not be the worst Democratic presidential nominee, but I just don't like him because, like, he's a fucking establishment Democrat stooge, and the establishment of the Democrat Party are fucked. And yes, Justin, I also agree. He'd be an improvement. The old guard of the Democratic Party needs to be fucking swept clean. All those fucking old people who won't fucking retire, the fucking boomers, like, you know, in their 60s, 70s, and older, and they're fucked. They need to fucking go. All of them. There's a bunch of them, and they need to fucking go. And Justin, I personally would be very surprised if AOC never runs for US president. But that old guard who hates insurgent, very left-leaning people, whether it's AOC or Mamdani in New York, he can't run for president because he wasn't born in the US. But the way the establishment is really, I hate this young person who's actually truly progressive or left is really popular. I want to undermine them. It's just like, get the fuck out. Just fucking get the fuck out. The old guard of the Democratic Party in the US are just like a fucking corpse. They're terrible. They fucking suck. Justin, you hear she's weighing a Senate run or a presidential bid in 2020? Fuck, who knows, man? Honestly. So if you're asking Juzzy, did the US have the best Christmas day ever? When the USSR collapsed. Oh, okay. Look, okay. So again, I was a young adult in the 80s. I thought Reagan was a piece of shit. Like, Reagan famously, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. And I remember thinking, oh, dude, get fucked. They're not tearing down the Berlin Wall. You're being unreasonable. And yet, the Berlin Wall came down. The USSR collapsed. So it's just like, honestly, the right wing in the US gets to hold that over me. Like, you can't prove our weird behavior didn't turn that around. I'm like, you're right. I can't prove Reagan was wrong. Oh God, there was a really fucking weird noise outside and I couldn't work out what it was. Then I realized all it was someone pushing a wheelie bin along. I was really fucking tripping for a second there. Suffer was conceived in the USSR. Nice. Oh, that's it. Chuck Schumer. Justin, Chuck Schumer needs to fucking go. Nancy Pelosi needs to fucking go. Those fucking pensioners in the Democratic in the US, they need to fucking go. They suck so fucking much. They're fucking shit. Like, I get annoyed at Albanese thinking he's too pedestrian, but oh my God, he's fucking streets ahead of the Democrats in the US. My God. Bob Catter needs to go. Bob Catter has kangaroos loose in the top paddock. He's a weird guy because occasionally I've given him concessions and going like, I feel like Bob Catter genuinely cares about his constituents and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But he's done a couple things recently where it's like, no, dude, your brain is fucking Swiss cheese. There are fucking holes in there. Oh God, Justin, that is a weird left field thing. You can buy EFT stocks based on what Pelosi trades. Again, various people in the establishment in both the Democratic and Republican parties are corrupt as fuck and have definitely done stock trades based on insider knowledge. Like, they are definitely committing serious crimes and just no one ever does anything about it. I feel like at a minimum, if you really enforced laws about insider trading and privileged knowledge and whatnot, minimum 50% of the Democratic Party, 50% of the Republican Party would go to fucking jail for criminal behavior. It's just, they all trade based on their inside knowledge of what legislation's coming up, and that is a criminal act. And I feel like I'm being conservative in saying half of them could be jailed for it. It's probably much closer to all of them could be jailed for it, for fuck's sake. Oh, Safa, I saw that funny thing. Andrew Hastie was in the news just for his stupid, paranoid, racist shit. Like, he's this close to saying great replacement theory, like, oh, we're strangers in our own land. And the Liberal Party saying to him, shut the fuck up, you fucking idiot. We are never going to win an election if you keep saying shit like that. Because you are straight up alienating a third of the electorate. And of the remaining 2/3, probably half think you're a fucking dork. So you're way fucking over the edge. You just need to shut the fuck up, dude. But Hastie's very arrogant. If the Libs won their last election. I know Justin's been pushing that the Liberal Party is maybe going to die, and it's definitely a possibility. I don't think so, but who the fuck knows? Honestly, next year's state election in Victoria is going to be an interesting indicator. Madam Butterfly, you decided on your birthday trip, going to Japan, going to a language school, experiencing. Nice. That's very fucking cool, Madam Butterfly. Getting yourself immersed in Japanese culture. Yeah, Justin, you've pointed out a few times. It's very funny the Liberal Party are addicted to Sky News, and like no one apart from journalists and pollies watch Sky News. The Australian public does not watch Sky News. Yeah, Heine's got a trip coming up to Japan soon. I've always said, like, if I suddenly came into a lot of money, like, you know, I keep doing the joke about winning lotto. I go to Japan because both my offspring speak quite fluent Japanese. I take this guy. Safa, I reckon Labor are probably going to win the next election, but it will really highlight because there's all these negatives on Labor, but Victorian Liberal Party just doesn't exist in most voters' minds. Sophie's stepdad watches Sky, the only person you know who does. Yeah, honey, lurking's fine, man. We're just chilling, and so God, it's afternoon. You know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of this liqueur because I made too much of it. Oh. Got a bit of that on the ice. See if I get a ding from Mrs. Angry sometime soon. Yeah, Justin, yeah, you're right. The United Australian Party just disappeared. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? Humphrey Lady, what's the Columbia drink you're trying to master? It's yummy. The girls love how sweet it is. Doesn't look anything like the picture. I don't. Okay. I'm going to go back over here for a sec. So I was letting this fucking spiced rum drain a bit. Put a little bit more in the barrel. Put that there. A little bit more to go in here. Because I think, oh shit, that just kind of went everywhere. A little bit more. All right. That's all good. God, some of the fucking... Oh, that was the nutmeg. We want to keep that. I have to ask Mrs. Angry if she likes it. Mrs. Angry grinds up those spices. Cooking spices, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, and whatnot. She grinds them up and adds the powder to like her hot chocolate. She says it's really good. So who am I to say no? So yeah, okay, 2 weeks. We're going to check that spiced rum. Okay, so you're posting it on the Discord, so I know what we're talking about. That's a weird place to post it is. Okay, so that's a BWS cocktail recipe. The Columbia. There's a video. Okay. Blue curacao, vodka, orange juice. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Lemon juice. Ugh. You know what I'd do? I'd change it to fucking tequila. Looking at that curacao and orange juice and lemon juice, I would definitely fuck off the vodka and change it to tequila. God, that's like a batch they're talking about there. That's fucking crazy. Wait, watch on YouTube. What's this? 17 seconds. Okay, 60 mils, 30 mils. Oh, top with orange juice and grenadine and blue curacao. Oh, it's a layered drink. Oh, okay. That would the layering would be a little bit difficult to get right. It is funny, Justin, how the Trumpy Republicans really fucking hurt the Liberal Party in Australia. Madam Butterfly, when in Japan, you turn into a black anime character with big afro. Bo 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 bo. Or oh god, what was the one with the death metal kitten? Well, that's probably Mrs. Angry going to bed. Okay, well, that's probably my cue to go to bed as well. Oof, I just put a bit of liqueur in here, so I'll have a drink. Oh my god, I love that liqueur so much. It's so fucking good. I don't know if Mrs. Angry. So I need gamers to recommend another game for Mrs. Angry. She finished Diablo 2. She likes open world games like the Zelda games. I need someone to recommend a game for Mrs. Angry. Oh my god. That liqueur is so fucking good. I had 2 cherries. Missed out on a cherry last night. Oh my god, I fucking love these cherries so much. So I'm going to have 2 cherries tonight. I think I've recommended Baldur's Gate to her, actually, Safa. Oh my god, it's so fucking yummy. Safa, yeah, cock and balls. You 2 cherries. You can't help things like balls. Bye, Madam. Bye, everyone. So yeah, I'm going away tomorrow. So no more streams till Wednesday or Thursday next week. But I will post some pictures because I think I'll have some good pictures to post this weekend of all the decadent shit that I'm up to. So I know I'll post those on the Discord. And it says it's not a date night next week. So I will either stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or maybe just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. But there'll be quite a few streams next week, and I'm having a very indulgent weekend. So I hope you'll have a good time as well, and we'll catch up. But hopefully they're bringing back booze. Going to a couple distilleries. I'm probably bringing back something, which is stupid because I've got. Oh man, I'm addicted to buying booze. People say you've got all that. You must be an alcoholic. Not really. I'm more a shopaholic than an alcoholic, honestly. I can't stop myself from buying booze because it's just fucking cool. But we'll see what happens. One way or another, we'll be back this time next week for streams. So you'll take care in the meantime. But bye for now.